Now, I wanted to be totally transparent, and I wanted to be as honest as I know how. If anybody knows me, I inherited a gene from my mother, which is I hate apologizing, because like somewhere along the line, I always seem to like regret my apology, because like I apologize and come to find out this person or this situation deserved what I did to apologize in the first place. I would throw all of that caution and all of that rationality, because that's basically what it is, me rationalizing something that later on I deemed to be disrespectful, or something that I said to myself was a bad thing, or it just goes against my moral principle. When you pray, I have to keep saying this, because like sometimes when I hear people complain, I often wonder, do they pray? Because it's like, I know I don't deserve no favoritism as far as God is concerned, and I know that He's a just God, and a lot of the stuff and my breakthroughs come from praying, not praying in the sense that, I say my prayers when I wake up, I say when I go to sleep, like consistently praying. And you don't have to be Muslim to pray multiple times in a day. And I say that because when I pray about something, it get answered, regardless if I like the answer or not. And one of my nurses heard me making fudge, and he said, "Are you Muslim?" I never seen a day in my life. So you know me, and the culture and the climate that we in, I say I'm Muktimun. Everything is Muslim. Muslim means creation of God. Everything is Muslim. I am Muktimun though. So he started laughing, and then we had this long conversation, like 45 minutes. And in the middle of the question, in the middle of the conversation, he answered one of my prayers. And this is what he said. He said that a lot of times when we sin towards ourselves, that is a sin that Allah will forgive us just by repentance. But sometimes when we sin and hurt and do things to other people, we can ask God for forgiveness, but He requires us to seek, not get, seek their repentance. It's like blew my mind, like damn. Basically, make a long story short, I randomly done something yesterday, not even understanding why I did it. Like, and I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Like, Lisa, I'm sorry. I know that you're not gonna see this, and I know that you're not gonna understand if you do, because unless you've seen the video, then you're never going to see it again, because I'm never marking it unprivate. It's like some people who I care about and who I hold dear to my heart, and who even like her, liked her when she was with me, came up to me and they told me some things. And the things that they told me, I'm like, how do they know that? Because the only people that I thought knew it was me and Lisa, my ex. And because of that, everybody know me. I go ham. I go 100 miles an hour. And I didn't even realize I did it because I was hurt. Like, no matter how far away my relationship with Lisa starts to drift off, it still has an emotional, it still gets an emotional reaction from me. And that comes to the second part, like my future, my baby, my queen, Blue. Her name is Simone, but I nicknamed her Blue for the way that she came into my life at a gray sky period. And she turned my gray skies blue, so I nicknamed her that. Well, blue, and you know something's up when a woman takes up for another woman that's your ex. And she told me some things at the time. I'm like, I don't, fuck that. But I'm smart enough to pray about it. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have a discernment inside you that tells you that what you are talking about and what you are speaking about, you actually believe. It's okay to do that. What is not okay is not to go seek God's advice about something that you will have to answer to him about. I'll say it again. Anything that you will have to answer to God about, you need to go ask him. Are you going to be okay with this? And the answer that he gave me was, regardless of what reasoning is behind me lashing out and hurting someone, even if that person hurt me, once I lash out on that person, it takes away God's ability to chastise that person or teach that person they shouldn't have done it, because you created sin on top of sin by feeding into or responding or coming at someone in a negative way, which in turns you become who you talked about or hate. So even if it was true, which I'm finding out it wasn't, because I have a rule. I have a rule, and my rule is I love hard, y'all. I love fast, I love hard, and I love with everything that I have. And no relationship that I ever had, God brought me out of in a nice manner way, because he knows, like, it's literally, once I start loving you, nothing that you could possibly do to me that we can't work out. So when God acknowledges or brings it to my attention that my season might be over with that person, I am always stubborn and I stay. And in the process of doing so, a catastrophe happens, and like, you gotta go now. I gotta get my son out of there, because he's not gonna move. He's not gonna budge. He's always gonna try to work it out. His heart is too big for this world. And people who know me might be like, dude, your heart ain't too... No, I'm talking about relationships, dude, not life. Because I could throw you in the trash can and do something really crazy to you and go eat dinner with my children. I really don't care. Because I'm in the jungle, and I ain't got no time to be acting like I'm in fairy tale land when I'm in the jungle. I know where I'm at. So when it comes to people of my own sex, men, I don't have no tolerance at all. I will really do something to you and go act normal. Because in the jungle, what people don't realize is lions eat lions. Bears kill bears. So you can walk around here passive if you want to. You see it every day. People getting killed, dying for all kinds of unnecessary stuff. So the bottom line is, if someone was to know her, Lisa, because of our relationship, and if you ever see her, regardless of whether she understands or not, tell her that Decopbo said, I am sorry. I just regurgitated stuff that I heard other people say. And at the time that I heard other people say, I snapped on, because I don't play that. Like, don't come to me talking about my fucking wife, like, or girlfriend, whatever. But at the same token, I used the very things that I condemned to try to hurt her feelings. Because I thought she used my pillow talk and my secrets and the things that I had fears on to, like, whether they wasn't done by words, it could be done by behavior or the maintenance of something. And, you know, that's why my relationships must die. If I'm in a relationship with a woman and we break up, you must physically die mentally to me. Because I'm not trying to hear you happy. I'm not trying to hear you got this new dude. I don't want to call you and be like, hey, babe, what's going on with your new relationship? That shit cool. Y'all about to get married. Y'all got a child. No, I don't need to see that. I don't want to. So I physically will never speak to her again or talk to her or watch the shows or none of that. I stay away from that on purpose, but I would never disrespect her too. I would never disrespect her again. I did that too much in my relationship. I did that too much outside of our relationship. And what I mean is, like, I could have treated her better. As good as I think I treated her, I could have treated her a lot better. And to my future, Blue, Simone, thank you. And I pray that this doesn't make you uncomfortable in any way, because this is something that we talked about. This is something that we talk about. Because, like, I needed help getting through it. That wasn't just some woman. That was a woman I was going to marry. And God gave me someone else that was strong enough to help me through something that had nothing to do with her. And that's why today I'm okay with saying that I'm in love again. It's a wonderful thing to say to yourself, I'm never going to be in love again. I'm never going to love and wake up one day like grabbing your phone, figuring out did she leave you any messages or do chat messages or what about y'all conversations? Y'all go to sleep on good terms. Can't wait to get out of this place and go home and be with my future. Have a home. Not just a home, have a home. Have somebody in my life like, nigga, you ain't going to your apartment. You coming here. This is a wonderful thing. To God be the glory. Remember that if no one told you they love you today, I do. And remember also that you can have a great day on purpose. And remember that if you choose to be miserable, then that's just what you did. You chose to be miserable because you could choose not to be. To God be the glory, Decopbo 1.